Hi and welcome to this test of this battery, of this monster. The Oscal PowerMax has 6,000 watts of power, 3,600 watt hours of storage, and it can handle up to 2,400 watts peak from solar panels. It's an all-in-one system that will allow us to power all our devices, whether it's for our home in case of a power outage, or outdoors when we go van life or camping. In short, it will meet all our needs. This all-in-one power station has all the modern comforts. We'll test it thoroughly. Let me show you. Let's start. Yes, the station is massive. 46 kids, a big baby. Carrying it alone is still pretty complicated. But it has a feature that I've never seen on any other battery I've tested on this channel. It has wheels and a handle, so that allows us to roll it and carry it everywhere easily. It's really super convenient, especially since this battery is made for camping or van life, so it's heavy, but it's still easily portable without any problem. The second thing you can notice, which is pretty impressive, is the number of outlets it has. There are 14 of them. We have 4 16A 250V outlets, a 120W cigarette lighter socket, direct current 12V USB-A, and USB-C that can go up to 100W. In short, enough to power any device. The battery is extremely powerful. It can deliver 6,000 W of electrical power to our devices, and it can even go up to 9,000 W, temporarily, to power them for a few minutes. The most power-hungry devices, such as microwaves or appliances needing consumption peaks, it can handle everything. Tools, for example, it can be very useful for tools that sometimes draw a lot of power, but only for a short time. For comparison, when you get an electricity subscription for an apartment, you usually take 6,000 W. And I, with my electric car in my house, I took a 9,000 W subscription. So, technically, this battery is powerful enough to run all the devices without any problem. The station itself has an internal storage of 3,600 Wh, which is roughly equivalent to my house's consumption for 1 to 2 days. We have enough supplies to last several days if the power goes out. And if we go camping or do van life, then we have storage, even if there's no sun. Even if we can't recharge it, we're self-sufficient in electricity for several days without any problem. And if that's not enough, we can connect up to 16 stations together to get 57.6 kilowatt-hours of storage. That's enough to be self-sufficient for a month without any problem. Then, to recharge this battery, we have a lot of different options. The first solution is simply to plug it into a household outlet. And with slow charging, you can send 1,100 W of power, and with fast charging, you can send 2,200 W to recharge the battery in less than 2 hours. The second solution is to connect up to 2,400 W of solar panels. Be aware there's only one XT60 input on the side, supporting up to 25A. To connect the panels, follow the wiring diagram shown on the screen. And the third option, if you use it while traveling, is to recharge it at an electric car charging station. At 2,200 W, it takes under 2 hours or about 15 hours using the car's 240 W cigarette lighter. Being able to recharge this battery in so many different ways is really a big advantage. The point is to carry and move it, not leave it at home. And so being able to recharge it pretty much anywhere easily lets us have our electrical independence wherever we are. What's great is all the cables needed to recharge this battery in various ways are included. They're provided by the brand in a small, convenient pouch you can take anywhere. Blackview, the manufacturer of this battery, started out by making rugged phones, and then they applied that philosophy to their battery. It's designed to withstand shocks and drops from less than a meter. It's resistant to moisture, dust, and temperatures from -20 to 55 degrees. Be careful, this isn't a battery you should leave outside in all weather, especially when it's pouring rain. The goal is still to keep it sheltered from the rain, but if it does rain, Blackview has still provided for that, with a waterproof cover that allows us to protect it temporarily. So you don't have to move it under the tent, bring it back into the van or inside. It allows you to protect it temporarily, and it's pretty cool that it's included. Blackview claims a lifespan of 3,500 cycles at 80% of its capacity. That means the battery could last 25 years if you use it once every 2 days. That's what they claim. That seems plausible to me, since you won't use this battery daily. So, we're not dealing with one of the most durable batteries on the market, nor one of those with the best warranties. On the other hand, given its price, it's still very reasonable. For me, this battery serves two main uses. The first is I install it in my garage, I connect a few solar panels to it to recharge it. That allows me to be self-sufficient to plug in my tools, even the most energy-hungry ones, easily. And then, if there's a power outage in the house, we recover. I will go get it and plug all my devices into it. So I can still have electricity for several hours or even a day or two until the power comes back. So it's a backup solution and a power supply, let's say, for a handyman. The second use case is to take the battery with us. For example, to put it in a converted van. We installed a 500 watt solar panel on our roof and connected it to the battery so it stays charged. With 3,600 watt hours of storage and 6,000 watts of power, we can power all the devices in our van. A pump full water, a fridge, electric hot plates, lights, basically. Anything you want, very easily. Or if you're just going camping, it's perfect. You take your battery with you and you buy the foldable panels from the same brand, which can power the battery and fit into a car very easily. And there you go. We have enough to power everything we need for several days or even indefinitely. If there's sunlight, wherever we are in the world, for me, it's really not a battery to save energy or to be self-sufficient in electricity for your home. There are other brands that do that much better, even if they're more expensive. But for me, where this battery really excels is for powering a workshop in case of a power outage as a backup, and especially for van life, for going camping, to have a solution. All in a fairly compact unit, which is easy to move around with its wheel system and has a lot of outlet capacity. In fact, to power all our devices, it's kind of the ultimate all-in-one solution, quite compact and easy to transport. To control the battery, you can do it directly on the battery with physical buttons that let you turn it on. For example, there's a light to help you see during a power outage, giving you time to plug in devices. We also have buttons to turn on our alternating current, direct current, or USB outlets. In fact, when you activate these outlets, the system uses a little bit of electricity. So to keep the energy we've stored in our battery for longer, we can turn off these outlets. That way, we use as little energy as possible, and when we need it, we turn it back on and use the energy. All of this can also be controlled through the Vanlife app. I'll show you that right now, on the Vanlife app. It's pretty basic information, but at least we have everything we need. We have the input power. I'm charging the battery at 1,200 watts in slow charge mode by plugging it into a household outlet. The battery still makes a little fan noise. Even in slow charge mode, it makes noise at certain times to cool itself down. It's not constant, so it's not too bothersome. But if at night you're powering energy-hungry devices and you put it under your head in your van, it can be bothersome. Something to keep in mind. Next, I can see here that I have 0 watts of solar input, and so at the top, those are all my inputs. On the battery, I can see that it's 25 degrees now, so the temperature is good. Here, I'd have 41 minutes left to fully recharge it. Then I can activate all my alternating current, direct current USB outlets. I plug the device into it. So we should see on the app the output power, which will gradually increase. See, the app is slow to respond, sometimes taking seconds or even minutes to update. Now I see my output power is 719 watts with 688 watts to the alternating current outlet, to the waffle maker that I plugged in. And the rest goes to my USB ports since I'm charging a computer next to it. And there you go. I see I have 3 hours and 37 minutes left before the battery is fully drained and I lose all power. Let me know in the comments of this video if you're interested in this kind of product. For what use case would you like to buy this battery? Let me know that as well. What disadvantages do you see with this system? I've already mentioned a few myself. The system's longevity and warranty are limited compared to competitors, but it costs half as much. Can we really hold this disadvantage against Oscal? Tell me in the comments what you think about it. Subscribe so you don't miss the next battery tests on this channel, and especially so you don't miss the upcoming reports. From eco-friendly container homes, maritime homes, or piles box homes to earth homes, I'm not sure. We'll be checking out a lot. Subscribe and I'll see you soon. This was Julian Malara. Bye.